Hello everybody and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. Today we're looking at why traditionally shaped and style of single-use disposables are pretty consistent across professional brands. So I have two examples here. This one you would have seen before because I've done an unboxing of it, which I'll possibly link. And this is from Korean brand Hana Pads. And this is actually from Australian brand Juju Pads. This Hana Pads does have an Australian, they have like outlets throughout the world. So they have an Australian outlet, I think based in Melbourne, and they have an American outlet. They have one based in the UK. Obviously they have one based in Korea, but it's a Korean original company, or came from Korea. So what we will do, so this is actually a medium or regular of the Hana Pads. So this one here, we're going to open up Juju. I haven't actually opened up Juju before, so I do have a Juju cup, and I also have a Juju sterilizer as well, which is one of the UV sterilizers, which I still have to do a review on. So these are the sizes that Juju cloth pad come in, which is panty liner, mini, regular, large and night. Obviously I have a regular to actually match the regular from Hana Pads. That's their website down the bottom, if you can see. On this size it says Juju reusable cloth pads. Regular pads are suitable for a moderate flow or light bladder leakage. Juju pads have been lovingly handmade. They are comfortable, eco-friendly alternative to disposable pads and are available in pure or organic cotton with waterproof PUL layout to prevent leaking. Made from soft unbleached cotton with no fragrances, formaldehyde, dioxins or absorption agents that often cause irritation. This pattern is their pattern that they have on nearly all of their packaging. On the front, regular reusable cloth pad, organic cotton Juju, suitable for moderate flow. On this side, it has care instructions, which is pre-wash your pad before use, which is pretty standard. After use, rinse your pad in cold water until the water runs clear, or soak overnight, also pretty standard. Hand wash with detergent in warm water or machine wash on a gentle warm cycle. I use cold water all the time. Line dry in the sun if possible. So these are, but those are all standard. However, if you are not a cloth pad user, it is actually very convenient to have all of these things on the box that you get. So again, you can obviously pause all of this and have a look, or just go to their website, in which case their information is all up. Obviously this is also cardboard packaging, and the pad on the inside is not packaged in plastic, which obviously is fantastic, which means that this can be recycled, which is obviously the preference. Okay, so we'll go over there, and this is what the pad looks like. Okay, so that's that side and that's the back. So this is the back of both pads. The tags are obviously at the top, as you can see, sewn into that side, and then this is the side that you have against your body. Okay, so as you can see, they are both the same size, they are both the same style. The only thing that's kind of different is this shape here and this shape here. Both are made from organic cotton that is unbleached and free from fragrances, formaldehyde and chemical agents that are found in single-use disposables, as we saw from the box of Juju. I'm pretty sure I've already recycled the Hana Pads box because I've already done the unboxing. So, as you can see, the shape, style and edging are very similar to single-use disposable pads. Other pad makers such as Hester and Schoon have very similar designs, shapes and edging as these two here. And this is exactly what we're discussing here today. Why do these pads have this this shape, style, edging and design. The structure of any pad is to absorb menstrual fluid, and this is often achieved by first the top layer, in the middle the layers of internal absorption, and of course a backer. Single-use disposable products will have an adhesive backer, while reusables have these cam snaps, which, as you can see on here, these white cam snaps, to clip them around your gusset. Well, innovation pre-1896 led from cloth and rags being used to single-use disposables. In the 1970s, the adhesive backing allowed a move away from pins and belts. Since most developments have sat with the materials that have been used, such as cellulose cores, super absorbent gels and top layer covers that are perforated for quicker wicking and are to assist in keeping your skin dry. So as you can see, this one has like a perforated cotton on top, and you'll quite often find with single-use disposables that the cover of the pads has a very similar perforated design to wick the blood away. The predominance of design still remains relatively consistent and permeates current designs in cloth pads, as you can see. Generation of menstruators were convinced that they could be free of the tyranny of makeshift rags and of the inconvenience of reusables in cleaning, washing and drying. Instead, the commercialization of products caused a plethora of convenience and, of course, then environmental waste. Currently, with all of these topical discussions on the environment and how absolutely unsustainable single-use disposable tampons and pads are, in this created business, we are now looking at cloth pads. These types of pads are a testament to this shift in focus. The aesthetics are plain and simple with these juju pads, and even Hannah Pads provides a very similar product, but obviously having this flower backing, where this is just a white backing. So both of these companies provide aesthetically simple products, aesthetically organic cotton products, and they look similar to what you have been using up to this point. Whereas, say, a menstrual cup looks significantly different from a tampon. And the use of a tampon in putting it in and pulling it out can actually be quite a change from when using a tampon. Like, it's actually it's easy once you get used to it, but it can be quite a significant jump from a tampon to a cup. Whereas cloth pads, it's not. Probably the big difference is the actually adhesive backing on the back of the pads. Hannah Pads has put on like little on their current lot of pads that they have out, they have these little like dots on it to be gripped, to have a grip on it, or you can buy pads with corduroy backing, which basically does the same thing in grip to your underwear. While this may or may not be the intention of these companies to have aesthetically similar goods, this can actually make the transition from single-use disposable cloth pad to cloth pads easier for people who want to make the switch, as these designs are at least familiar, and that can be quite comforting, especially when you're on your period. As you can tell with my collection, I like all the strange and weird shapes and patterns. However, this is actually not for everyone, and some of the reviews with both of these products actually say that because they have an aesthetically simple and pleasing design, this is actually what attracted the buyer to get them. So these actually can make these, because these aesthetics, especially with this type of design and pattern, can actually make it easier for people to want to switch and to use, because these shapes actually look like single-use disposables, whereas quite often some of the pads don't have these divots in them, or don't have a top stitching that looks like a traditional pad. These don't look confronting or aggressive, and they don't look like they're too difficult to use. They're also quite easy to take care of, and you actually get these care instructions on, I'm pretty sure, both boxes, because Hannah Pads put them on as well. I'll link the unboxing so you can have a look, but this makes it look very easy to take care of and look after if you're concerned about that. Both Hannah Pads and Juju have extensive information on their websites. Obviously these will both be linked down below. And they are also, both companies have been quite well reviewed. And they also appear in health magazines and quite often in articles. Hannah Pads, I see probably most, and Juju Pads to a lesser extent, have been quite often very well linked in certain articles and certain places, so it makes it accessible for women who know nothing about cloth pads to actually access this information. Often these Hannah Pads and Juju are the top results in Google searches, so these are quite often the ones that come up quite quickly. Their shape, style and design and simple organic cotton pattern allow for transitions from single-use disposables to cloth to be easier. Obviously this is my opinion and overview on why you find this design and shape in popular or bigger or business cloth pad makers. This is a laminated organic cotton, and this is a PUL hybrid. This here is Hannah Pad's proprietary designs on the back, and obviously Juju has left theirs plain as well. So this, obviously, again, all my opinion. I will link both of their websites down below. I will also link the unboxing of Hannah Pad so you can have a look. Thanks for watching. As always, enjoy your morning, afternoon or evening, depending on where you are in the day. And I, of course, will catch up with you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.